Away from the National Assembly now, Nigeria's status as a giant on the African continent is on display as investors are taking advantage of the nation's policies on ease of doing business. One of such investors is in Magama local government area of Niger State, built in a Hydropolis free zone, a world-class modern city to accelerate industrial development in Niger State and Nigeria at large. A federal government delegation, including the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, visited the site. Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara was in the entourage.
Niger State in north-central Nigeria accounts for the country's largest landmass, with abundant resources in food and power, potentials that are attracting investors and innovation from across the world. In the bank of Kanji Dam in Magama local government, this 3,000 hectares of land is playing host to the ongoing multi-trillion naira Hydropolis free zone project, with about 30 billion naira infrastructural project completed.
If 10 billion is not going to be available for you, I wonder who else it will be available for.
This is an example that at the time that some people are thinking that investors are leaving this country, investors are actually coming to Nigeria.
As a flagship project of mainstream energy, the project is deeply rooted and driven on public-private initiatives to promote various activities like manufacturing, real estate, tourism, and agriculture. Aquaculture Resources Limited is already leading the way with the full operations of this mega fish farm using a section of the Kanji Lake that is already providing thousands of tons of fresh fish to Nigerian markets. This is an indication that on the land and in the water, Nigeria's agricultural revolution is on course.
The only way we can achieve, Mr. President's, objective and goal in terms of industrialization, in terms of accelerating it, is with the efforts, of the private investors and the private people. And what I've seen here is highly commendable, both in terms of the free trade zone and in terms of the aquaculture resources. We require, government intervention by way of its agencies like the BOI.
Since the coming of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, first he established the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, which has an 800-kilometer coastline and then inbound waterways that also support this kind of venture. If you match that with also the novel Ministry of Livestock Development, and you now know that the president feels that there is the need for Nigerians to actually have sufficiency in food production. That's the only way that our sovereignty can be guaranteed.
The investors are encouraged with the commitment of the federal government representatives.
Honestly, it's well assured, not only for us, stakeholders, but for investors that are willing really to join us and, to join this team for a very wonderful future, at least in terms of what we have on the ground.
Seeing is believing. So we brought them here all the way from Abuja. No matter how you try and show and sell this product, unless you bring people here to come and see for themselves, there's no way you can convince anybody to come and put money here.
Conceived in 2015, the project is a demonstration that with the right policies and synergy among the subnational governments and private investors, development potentials are limitless on Nigerian soil that is full of abundant natural and human resources.